Hello, FlossTube. It's me, Erika. I'm here with my sister. I don't know where she's gonna be on your screen, but there she is. And drum roll, please. The fantastic Ashleigh from the Frosted Pumpkin. Stitchery has joined us as well because, you know, I just have a deep devotion to the cuteness that she creates, and so we're going to talk about that tonight. This is all about the Frosted Pumpkin, all about their stuff. We're super pumped to have you, Ashleigh. Thank you for joining us on this video.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Now, you and Amanda have been designing for over a decade now, yes?
Yes, 12 years this October.
That's bonkers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I think it's awesome because your design aesthetic is so special and just happy, and that's why I love it. Is that what you're trying to put into your stuff? The happiness, the cuteness, the everything. Tell me more.
I want it to be a joy to stitch. Sometimes people work on it after work, after a long day. I want it to be something to look forward to and to enjoy. And I think that's with the bright colors and sometimes the subject matter. I just want it to be really fun and something that you really want to work on at the end of the day or on the weekends or whenever you can.
Yeah, mission accomplished, because that's how they make me feel.
Good.
All of your designs are so oh, I love all the detail. I love the cute characters. I like that it's things that I can put up in my home and make look really cute. And yeah, so thank you for your designs. That's amazing.
Thank you.
12 years. Now let's see here. Before Holly and I, what are you raising your hand for?
I was thinking about earlier when you first found Frosted Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Just getting back into cross stitch.
Yeah.
Like what, 2012 or something? Somewhere around there.
I think so.
Like, go look at this website. They have the cutest patterns. And I'm like, oh no. And it just downhill and uphill. I'm probably uphill is a better way to put it.
Right. I mean, I just yeah. It was definitely right when I started back to stitching. And the first thing I remember stitching before I started knowing about designers being on the internet and being able to buy charts and stuff like that was this tiny little kit that I'd gotten a million years ago. And it was a little trowel and some dirt, and it's just get dirty. I saw it the other day in something, and I'm like, oh, hey, there it is. I wish I could remember my first Frosted Pumpkin chart that I ever stitched, but I bet it was a pen pal, if I had to guess.
Those ones were fun, and they're so tiny and...
Yes. Now, what? Go ahead.
That's one of my favorite things about the Frosted Pumpkin. In addition to the details and the cuteness, is there's nothing hugely overwhelming. You can do little chunks and feel really satisfied as you go along.
Even with the bigger charts, you can still do that, which is I love that. I've used elements of various charts several times to make ornaments or things like that, which is cool.
I love that. Yeah, you be able to customize them if you want them to look like your family members, or if you're making them for someone to look like their family. That's one of our goals too. Yeah.
Yes, and especially with the new skin tone charts that you have put out there. I know you worked with a bunch of people to make a huge range of colors that match so many different skin tones, which is really, really cool.
Super cool.
Yeah, we want to include everybody. Yeah.
I like it. Yay! So did you always want to do something that had to do with crafting, fiber arts, that kind of stuff?
Crafting for sure. I don't think we knew it was going to be cross stitch right away, because Amanda has a background in quilting and sewing and just all things crafty in general. And I I had done a little bit of cross stitch, but not a ton, and she did a little bit. But we have the same problems with finding charts that we liked. Like we'd go to like Michael's or Joann's and didn't necessarily have what we were looking for. And so that's kind of when we're like, well, maybe we can make something for ourselves that we would like to stitch. And that's how it got started. But it was both just kind of, I think it was both something that we didn't do regularly. And so it became like a special little hobby. And then that's how we turned into Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery.
That's awesome. Among your crafts that you do, I know you sew your own clothes sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How often are you stitching? Are you designing more than you're actually stitching, or
Yeah.
you're a busy lady?
Unfortunately, yes. I wish I could stitch. Every time, like if we think that our sample stitcher is going to be having too much to do, I'm like, oh, I can do it. But no, we got this other thing to do. She's keeping me in line. She's keeping me focused, eye on the prize. But I don't get to stitch as much as I used to. If I do, it's typically testing colors on fabrics to make sure they don't blend in, or testing cloth colors next to each other to make sure they don't blend. So unfortunately, I don't get to stitch all that often.
That's a bummer.
Yeah,
She
but
still gets to create the cute things.
yeah,
Right. We need all the charts. So I guess it's fine.
love to. Yeah, if
Oh.
there is tight on a deadline, I will help her with some of the smaller stuff. But,
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think it would be an appropriate time to maybe share some of our favorite Frosted Pumpkin whips. Holly, what do you have to show?
I'm slow going on it, but I love this one.
Oh, yes.
This is 12 days, and I put it on. It's kind of like a denim dusty blue.
Yeah, I definitely see the denim look, but I feel like it's darker in person than it is. Oh, there it is. There it is.
That's better.
A little more true to color.
Yep.
I like it.
How the white pops and the rust against the blue. It's beautiful. Looks really good.
It's so cute. I end up working on it usually in like December, and then I like time myself out, so I need to just like, maybe I'll do it in July this year. Don't people do Christmas in July?
Yeah.
Some do.
So maybe
I finished that one, but only because I did each one as a small thing to make ornaments that I have never made.
One day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's pretty funny. Oh, I like that.
They were
That's
cute
nice.
though. You did them on like little squares, right?
Tiny squares. They're like, I think they were like 3x3 squares maybe. And it was like sort of a sparkly gold in the Ada, and it was cute. So at some point I'll make them into ornaments.
You should make like a background thing, and then every day for the 12 days you stick one on.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's genius. Okay, you can help me make that, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, she's frozen.
I didn't go away that whole time. I was still here.
Okay, let me share one of my whippity whips. And I had a hard time picking because I have something like 30 whips in my whip stash, and at least 20 of them are Frosted Pumpkin charts, which kind of speaks to my extreme slowness of stitching. But I like them. I like to be able to like pull one out if I'm like, yes, I'm really feeling this.
Yeah.
I really want to work on this. So I think I'm going to show the Mysterious Halloween Town.
I love this part.
That's one.
Which,
you're getting close.
Yeah, I made quite a bit of progress last fall, and the fabric never shows up correctly on the camera, but it's a Jody fabric that's kind of like a grayish green, and it is like, I started it out on kind of like a mustard yellow that I like to refer to as baby poop yellow. It was a mistake. I did not enjoy it. Which it was like one of those ones that I was like, yeah, I picked this up at like the big box stores, right? And like one of those ones, but like
Yeah.
to get something like the hand dyed stuff is always so much nicer. So I love that you guys pick those for most of your stuff. Like you have one to recommend. What do you
I have a
have there?
kid this. It's
Oh,
haunted. Picture this plus,
haunted
but
is a good one.
Yeah, it is.
I used it for something else, and so I just got more and cut it for that. But it's kitted. I just need to start.
You do need to start it because it's great. And I used
It.
the Etoile black for like the lamp post
Yeah.
and some of the black stars and things like that. And I just really like these little street scenes. You have, what, 4 of them now?
I think
Halloween, Christmas,
Midnight
other
Lane.
Halloween, and Maple Lane, right?
yeah. Yeah, we love a good street scene.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about the details. So cute. And they always look so nice. And when they're all done, I think I have all of those started, but none of them finished.
One day.
I'll be able to put them up. It's going to be amazing. You know, good times. Do you, Holly, do you have any other whips you want to share?
Yeah, I feel bad for. No, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Just kidding. I was gonna say I feel bad for this whip, but I want to do this one because unless you're gonna talk about it, but if you are, sorry.
Why do you feel bad for
Ever
this?
After.
I forgot this one.
It's so wrinkled, but
That's okay.
it's just so happy and fun.
So cool.
You're a lot farther than me.
Yes.
I didn't start this
I
one
love all the
as
story
a
about
Sal. I did it
you.
later.
What? Oh
When
yeah,
this was
same.
Sal, I didn't start it with it.
Yeah.
Did I?
Oh, I think I started it and then I don't remember.
I'm having a hard time. I get date of that one and Into the Jungle mixed up every time. But it's
Yes.
I think 2018, 2019. I think Happily Ever After. Don't quote me on it. I feel like I can get the first ones right and
Wait,
Happily Ever After.
I can look at what it says on the
Oh, perfect. Somebody
2017.
Oh, I was wrong. Dang it.
And then Into the Jungle was 2018. That's right. That is right.
Yes.
And then Pumpkinville was 2019, I think.
Yeah. I forgot about that guy too.
I love that you design these giant charts and then don't remember them.
Yep. Oh, I forgot about you. The only one I really, I think remember because I stitched it was Once Upon a Time.
Oh yeah, that's one of my whips to have tonight too.
Oh,
I started this one super like years after the fact, but I love it. I love it so much.
that was one of my all-time favorites.
I can see why it has like yes, it's giant, but each little square is so satisfying to finish and
Yes.
has so many really cool details. It's just really fun. Really fun.
And I love the hand-dyed floss because that is it Blackberry, I think, the Weeks Dye Works, it variegates so beautifully, and I keep going like, oh, I'll just do one more. I just want to see how the color turns out. I'll just do one more. And then 3 hours later, it's like, oh, I should probably go to bed.
Right? Oh yeah. The curse of stitching, right? I mean, you're like, oh, I just really want to see how this is gonna turn out. Let's just keep it moving. Oh my gosh. I love that. Do you have any other whips,
I have
my
one
dear?
more that I wanted, which hold on. There it is. Too many things stacked over here. I haven't
if only you
touched this
could
one in a long
see
time, so I feel bad
area
for
around you.
But we were talking about how you can customize things, and I know this one was huge with customizing. Like,
oh yeah,
I saved so many screenshots and Facebook posts of people's clever little changes on so much of this one, and it was so much fun to see how people did it. There was someone who I think like did Doctor Who and like just
Yes, I remember that.
super creative. I think I copied someone on the British flag.
I know. I wish I would have thought of that when we did it because that turned out so cute.
So
Yeah, that
I see
looks
back
nice.
in this one which I'm at like the same point in all of these.
Right. I think that's like a trend.
But I have finished this. We're okay.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about finishes now. I have some behind me that I like, and I'll share.
Don't drop.
Okay, so I have two. We were talking about well, this is great. I'll talk about all of these, and you can talk about yours. Talking about the pen pals earlier, I finished this little pen pal pinata party into a teeny little pillow with this really cute pom-pom, which you can't see it very well, but like the bottom part of the trim is multicolor.
Oh, cool.
Will you
And
finish mine with that, please?
will I do what?
Finish mine with that?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, if I can find the trim, yes, I have more. But I have this like cool like aqua on the back and it's just really like cute and I really like it. And I worked on that one. We had the Steel City Stitchers like our first big get together in March of 2020. And like a week after that, everything shut down. So like I was working on this at that event. So this is like a pre-pandemic situation. And I'm like, wow, that's all, that's weird.
It's funny how things like that got cemented into our brains from like.
Yeah.
I went to my son's preschool conference like the Friday of, and I'm like, are we gonna be back at school on Monday? And they're like, we don't know. No, we did not.
So weird.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yep. Then another little pen pal that I did was the pumpkin pie party, and I finished it in a little cubie. Focus camera. There we go. And like this is my first one, so it's not like perfect.
But it's cute and looks good.
Cute. No, it's
But
cute.
I like it. There's this little guy on the top.
Love the pumpkin.
Thank you. It used to be a napkin ring.
Okay.
Here is its buddy. So, I've really cleaned my desk often. I made this in like the fall.
Oh, you should. My office is all sorts of crazy right now.
I get it. My like craft desk is in the corner of my bedroom. So I'm like, stuff like is overflowing. I'm trying not to let my room get overtaken, but my craft, it's just like a situation. It's a situation. Okay. And then finally I have this little ornament pillow that I made, the little small piece from the Merry and Bright chart.
Oh.
Cute fabric.
Thank you. And I dyed this fabric myself, like ice dyed.
I was gonna say I really like the fabric you stitched it on. It's very
Thank you.
pretty. Yeah, very wintry. I love that.
Yes, thank you. I did the bigger chart on the same fabric too. And did I finish that? Yeah, I think I did finish it.
Did you frame it?
No, oh no, I put it in my Ziploc bag of finished things.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant them.
No, I didn't do that. But I do need to do something with it because it is cute. And my favorite thing about this piece is that we mentioned it in our like very first Steel City Stitchers video, and Jody thought that I was saying that it was designed by someone named Marion Bright.
Oh my gosh.
Because I kept saying Merry and Bright.
Yeah. That's so cute.
So I love it. We laugh about it all the time. It's super funny. So I finally finished the Merry and Bright piece. Good times. Good times.
Oh.
All right. Show me your finishes because you always blow me away.
Well, here's a big one that's not FFO'd, but it's actually finished.
That's the one I have in my house actually right now.
Really? Oh.
I was waiting to frame it till I did the other one, and I haven't gotten to the other one yet.
Yeah.
That one too.
It was really fun.
It was really fun. Took me literally 5 years probably to do it, but I finished mine last year.
You
Nice.
did. Uh,
Yay!
I took this one from my daughter's room, and she got mad and told me that the wall looked ugly. So I have to put it back there in the morning. Her nursery now room is like this bee and floral theme.
Oh,
So I have this little cutie pie. I think I stitched it when I was pregnant with her, and then because I knew I wanted to put it in her room, and I did like a acrylic wash on the hoop, so it's not
Oh yeah.
solid, but then I stitched off the back.
I
And
like
it's so
that.
cute. I love the variegated floss. Like it's just so fun. And this one also was in her room. She was very offended that I was taking things from in there, but the benefit one for
so cute, so little.
which it's 1/1. It's so tiny. But
Oh, it's so cute. That's nice.
I like that one. That was my
Good
first
time.
1/1, so it was a learning experience.
How did that go? How did you like it? Same thing?
I liked it. I had learned that, like, you know those half-size needles they have? That worked a lot better.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Which I'm almost out of those, but that worked better. And then it was kind of nice because like it was so small. I didn't have to shift anything, and I could just do it. I don't know. I've since started 3 more 1/1, but I haven't finished any.
Oh yeah, you
Got pretty
start.
close on the retreat pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I finished
Mm-hmm.
that one. Then the Henrietta Hedgehog that I messed up
Yep.
the ring, and I don't want a frog 1/1.
Oh,
I wouldn't either.
yeah.
Oh, and then the Let Us Turn Up the Beat one. I just started.
Cute.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
there's just
Yay.
most of mine are seasonal, actually. When I was like, oh, where are all of my finishes? And they're tucked away with seasonal stuff.
Yeah, they're waiting until the right season.
Yes, that's true for most of mine too. Now, I have stitched a lot of those pen pals. Ashleigh,
Mm-hmm.
do you think you would ever design more of those? Is that something you've thought of before?
I have, because I think we had a list of a few others that didn't make it into the lineup, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be kind of cool to do some more because they're fun little ones that can easily transport, and fun little weekend stitches if you're really just able to focus in on them. But I say never. I would.
Not me.
I think they're super cute.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So what is your favorite design you've done? Do you have one? Do you remember enough of your designs to have a favorite?
One of my favorites is sweetest pie. I love
Yes.
because I loved making the crust. I had just the pies on their own, and I thought they're super cute on the shelf. And then I'm not sure when I'm like, oh my gosh, they're in a circle already. Why don't we just put a pie crust around it? And then doing the variegated floss with that, I love seeing that because it's a thicker border, so you can really get a good look at that. I loved Pumpkin Passport. That was another one of my favorites. Yeah, because I love layering the countries together to have one landscape, and that was kind of it was challenging at first because I think that was the first time I had done a pattern kind of like that where they were all somewhat connected, because I usually divide things up with borders and whatnot, so it was challenging but in a good way. I really enjoyed working on that one. So, and I love Little Red Riding Hood. I love the story. I love the colors because it's fall and I'm all about fall, so that's another one of my favorites.
Yes, I have started that one, and the like orange, is it orange? There's something, there's like one of the colors that I started working on, like pops so much. I'm like, oh, this is so good. It's so good. You have such a good eye for picking these colors. I love it.
And a lot of the credit goes to Amanda because she's really good at pairing colors together and picking really pretty palettes. Like we just picked a palette for a summer project, and I had a palette picked out, and it was fine. But then she's like, let's add some of these in, and I'm like, okay, this is good. Now this is great. So she gets credit for most of the color palettes because she knocks them out of the park.
You guys are a fantastic team. Yeah.
We bring
Jinx.
Yeah, there you go. Another fantastic team.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so when you doing your designing process, like how do you and Amanda work together during that?
Well, we used to meet up a lot more often, but with COVID and whatnot, we now Zoom weekly. But we used to meet up weekly because we're about an hour and a half away from each other. So we'd kind of meet in the middle, and then we'd go to lunch or something and talk designs. But now we Zoom, and I typically just make a big list and pull from and have a bunch of designs, and then we talk about them and break it down into another list of all the elements in it. And then Amanda likes to do some drawings and things to do like a rough idea of where we want things placed. And I like to draw directly on the computer, so I'll just start in the program, start making the elements and stuff, and then eventually start layering things, and then I pass it back to Amanda to see what did I miss? Is there anything that you would think would look better? And we'll tweak and we'll go back and forth, and then depending on the size of the pattern. Usually the little guys don't go back and forth quite as much, but like big Halloween ones or Christmas ones, those ones go back and forth. Sometimes a couple months, but yeah. And then we usually pick the palettes. I'll pick kind of like a rough amount of colors that we'll need for it, and then we'll pick the colors and send them off to our sample stitcher, Christy, and then she does all the beautiful sample stitching. And yeah.
I am super impressed with Christy's stitching. She is either the fastest stitcher known to man, yes, or has some kind of magic that I'm not aware of. Because
I think it has to be both because she is so good, and it's all done so beautifully, and the back looks like the front, and I don't know how she does it.
She's a pro.
So good. Yes, she is.
That's super impressive. I like imagining you guys like designing this stuff, like you're saying, like, you know, just like having it grow from like a little idea into like a really cute thing. I think that's so nice. Makes me really happy.
Yeah, it always super small, and Amanda's always like, I have this idea, let me draw it for you really quick, and she'll go get her iPad and she'll draw out a super rough sketch of it, and then that's good for me to figure out how to balance things out and have an idea of where to go from, and then go from there.
That's awesome. I love it. Oh my gosh.
We know.
What?
I said we know you love it, but so many.
True. I don't know. I was really pumped when we had our retreat was that February?
Yes.
And like, so like I was stitching on some Frosted Pumpkin stuff, and other people were stitching on Frosted Pumpkin stuff, and I'm like, yay! So nice to like share that, you know?
Yeah, I saw that picture, and it almost made me cry. It was so sweet to see everything opened up. Like, it meant so much to see that.
Oh, it's so nice of you to say. Thank you. It was really cool to like be there and do that. It was a good weekend. What's up?
My daughter started dance this year, and the first what is the word I want? The first class, that's the word I want. I don't know why it was so hard. We had to sit down, and I pulled out my stitching. I think it was a Halloween piece. And another mom pulled out a cross stitch, and I'm like, oh, hey. And like, we started talking about it, and she's like, oh yeah. And it was Frosted Pumpkin. We both knew Frosted Pumpkin. And like, she was working on Christmas Lane at one point. And I'm like, oh, I have that one kitted. I just haven't started yet. But it was just fun to be able to connect like that.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah. Yay. All right. Well, I feel like that's probably great. I'm super excited that people are going to see this video, and if they don't already know about your amazing work, they're going to find out about it.
Mhm.
Do you perhaps have any little tidbits you could share with us? Anything interesting on the horizon here?
Something coming soon. I have a little prop, although it doesn't really, it'll give you the idea of what theme it's going to be, but not super specific. But
My heart is racing.
it might be Halloween themed. Actually, this little guy is the inspiration for Jack. Amanda and I bought these at a little shop in the town that's like the halfway point for us. And we just loved him so much. And then he had to be Sugarloaf's best friend. So this is Jack. But we might have, yes, a Halloween themed wreath coming out that is a companion piece to the Christmas wreath.
The Christmas wreath is so good.
It should be
like
fun.
Sign me up immediately. Like right now, just like put me in.
I hope everyone likes it. It's Halloween. I was telling Holly earlier, it is Halloween in your face. Like it is every element of Halloween you can imagine. It's in there.
I'm so excited.
I'm pumped. I love the Christmas one so much, and I kept up with it for so long, and then I got behind, and I have like I still have to finish it, but it's beautiful, and like I love like the wreath idea is really cool, so I would love to see it be Halloweeny, like a Halloween version of that thing. I'm so pumped. Thank you. Oh,
we have
cool.
a tentative. Will that be for this year Halloween?
It's gonna be long again, like Christmas wreaths. So I think ultimately we're looking for, hopefully, if all things go according to plan and supplies get here in time, maybe start stitching a little before Halloween so we can stitch while it's Halloween, which I love to do when I do get to. But then finish up maybe a little before Halloween next year.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still in. Yeah, so then you could have a little bit of time to finish it up and then have it ready for display for next Halloween. So
that's perfect.
That's how everything works out, and we get everything in time, and Christy can stitch her little heart out, and yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully
yay.
Yeah.
So excited. All right. Well, Ashleigh, thank you so much for being in this video. Holly's dog, thank you so much for being in this video. Holly, thank you so much for being in this video.
Thank you so much.
What was that?
Said Scout's mad he didn't get in the camera.
He's like, I need some time on here.
Scout. I'm super pumped that we could do this. There he is. There he is. Hi, buddy.
You look tired.
Anyway, I'm super excited that we could do this, and I love talking about the Frosted Pumpkin. So in the comments below, talk to me about the Frosted Pumpkin. What have you stitched? What are you stitching? What do you want to stitch? Let's chat about it. And, just anything else you want to say to compliment Ashleigh and Amanda, put those down there too, because they're the coolest. All right. Thank you both ladies so much. We will see you later. Goodbye, friends.
Bye, thank you.